my Malkin's moments. I have a couple great Malkin's moments for you. So, on the topic of the All NBA teams, I mentioned Giannis Antetokounmpo was named to the All NBA first team. He was actually the leading vote getter over the guy who won the league MVP, Nikola Jokic, for first team All NBA. In fact, Giannis received for the first time ever at the power forward or just at the forward spot, and even just in general, he received a unanimous 100 votes for All NBA first team for the forward position. That's never happened before for Giannis. Again, just a measly 30, 13, and 6.5 with like a block and a half, 2 blocks per game. Just a pedestrian year again for Giannis. Obviously, I'm being facetious there. And Antetokounmpo apparently is the only unanimous selection. And he became the first player over the last 50 years to be a unanimous selection to the All NBA first team, according to ESPN stats and information. Again, it's 50 years of lots of basketball players, lots of forwards that we've seen come into this game. That includes guys like Tim Duncan, Nowitzki, Karl Malone, you name it. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, unless they viewed him as a center, which he was. So maybe now, because of the way that it's listed, a guy like Kareem wouldn't be viewed as a forward, wouldn't be grouped and clustered as a forward, but as a center. But regardless, Giannis has been just tremendous. And when you look at that first team altogether with Giannis, led by Giannis, you've got Giannis, Jokic, Doncic, Tatum, and Booker. And according to the NBA, it's the first time that the All NBA first team is made up entirely of guys 27 years of age or younger since 1954-1955 season. That's 67 years ago, if I do my quick mental math. It's phenomenal, just the direction that the league is going in. And I just think that it's breathed so much confidence now into these younger players, and they're seeing how effective they can be right out of the gates. And I think we're starting to see a trend where guys that are precocious early on, they end up just absolutely sprinting. And they come out guns a-blazing and they are firing. Some guys take a little bit more time to develop, but a lot of guys now in the NBA, you can spot it right away if they are going to be the next big thing. And I love the direction that the NBA is in. I love the future of the NBA. So many young, special, talented players. There's so much talent. And that's evidenced by that first team, what's comprised of that entire first team. And sticking with that first team, shout out to Devin Booker, who made his first ever All-NBA selection, period. Obviously, he was named to the first team, but this is the first time ever that he's even been nominated for a team. So I think that it's certainly interesting. And by the way, I want to give a quick comment. Gangadhar mentioned Levine snub. I certainly think, listen, there's a strong argument for Zach Levine going back to the All-NBA teams. I think the problem is what guard are you going to switch him out for? Again, if you're trying to make the claim maybe he's better than Siakam as a forward, perhaps there's a compelling argument there. The Bulls do have DeMar DeRozan. I think perhaps if Levine played more games, he would garner more consideration, but certainly one that I would entertain. I really love Zach Levine as well, so there's a strong argument for him. But again, sticking with my Malkin's moments. So again, shout out to Devin Booker, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He made his first All-NBA team selection, led the Phoenix Suns along with Chris Paul, of course, to a 60-plus win season. Most wins in the NBA this year, number 1 seed. So he certainly deserved to make that team. Jayson Tatum, shout out to him. He was nominated for the All-NBA first team selection. In fact, this was the second time that he has made an All-NBA team. He made the All-NBA third team during the 2019-2020 season. That was 2 seasons ago. But what's special about Tatum is the first Celtics player to make an All-NBA first team since Kevin Garnett did it in the 2007-2008 season. Of course, that was the last year that the Boston Celtics won the NBA championship over the Lakers in 6 games. And he's the youngest player, youngest Celtics player to make the All-NBA first team since Larry Bird did it in 1979 and 1980. So again, big shout out to Jayson Tatum. And finally, have to shout out the guy from Slovenia, Luka Doncic. So last night obviously was a game 4 elimination game for the Dallas Mavericks against the Warriors. Doncic led Dallas to a game 4 victory over the Warriors to avoid the sweep and send the series back to game 5. He scored 30 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists. Here's the amazing thing. So according again to ESPN Stats and Information Research, he joined the Hall of Famer Elgin Baylor as the only players in NBA history to score at least 30 points in each of their first 5 potential elimination games. This guy has been absolutely sensational. We've seen what he's done even dating back to 3 years ago when he had his first taste and in just his second year in the league, his first postseason run against the Clippers. Right? That was that series that ultimately went 6 games. I was in the bubble. And Marcus Morris stepped on the guy's ankle when he already had a hurt ankle. Game 6, the elimination game that the Mavericks lost to the Clippers during the 2019-2020 season in the bubble. 38 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Fast forward last year, 2020-2021 season, 7-game series against the Clippers. The Mavericks lost in game 7. That was the only elimination game that they faced. He had 46 points, 7 rebounds, and 14 assists in game 7. And now you look at this series, and the 2 times that the Mavericks have faced elimination, it came against the Phoenix Suns. Game 6 in the last series, 33 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals in the elimination game. In game 7 against the Phoenix Suns, 35 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals in 3 quarters. The guy didn't even play in the 4th quarter. And obviously last night, again, another 30-point, 14 rebound, 9 assist performance in an elimination game. The guy is just magnificent and continues to get better and better and better. And major shout out to them. All right, that's all the time that I got for today. Thank you so much for joining me right here on Morning Joe every single Monday and Wednesday morning, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 to 11 Central, and 8 to 9 a.m. Pacific. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube page, Morning Joe, J-O, with Jonah Malkin. Follow me on Twitter at Jonah_Malkin or at morning_Joe_ JMalk97 on Instagram and Jonah Malkin on TikTok. That'll do it for us. Thank you so much. And as always, have a lovely rest of your morning.